Tonight, from MedLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MedLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Oh, he's going to air it. And this is caught at the 20.
You got to love it, baby. Give me some more.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Giants offense coming back out here to set up shop, and it gives us a chance to talk about their start to the season. 0-2, coming off a 4-12 season in 2019. But the big news coming out of this loss to Chicago in Week 2 was obviously the loss of Saquon Barkley, gone for the year with that knee injury. Charles, where do the Giants go from here?
They've got to figure out ways to try and move the ball with an offensive line that's struggling. Remember, they're starting a rookie left tackle. A right tackle hasn't had a ton of starts in the NFL. A center who's a converted offensive tackle who's an undrafted free agent. And they're trying to find their way. Now, what do? No Saquon Barkley. Sterling Shepard got hurt in the game against Chicago, one of their reliable targets at receiver. So they got to figure a way to maneuver the ball, get it to different people, find some space. That's going to be a tough call for their offensive coordinator. But they've got to get it done because look what they've got coming up. 49ers at home who have injury problems of their own. That'll be a very interesting matchup. And then they go to the Rams and then go to visit.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing, Jones. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones got an open man. It's Ratley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Damian Ratley, 30 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Blitz coming in. And down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 2-yard line.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Wilson. being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Dion Lewis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
On the keeper.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. first down. Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Seahawks.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. They'll try and run it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Jones. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Short throw to Disley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
13 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
These two teams all tied after one. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
6-yard pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
39-yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lewis here on 1st down, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Giants. Devontae Freeman, 30 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. You can juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30.
Showtime today, baby.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use, than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 46.
Here's Jones to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Jones now on first down, looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Off play action, Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The ball comes out.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
On the left hash mark, this a 38 8-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
The score is Seahawks 21, Giants 17.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Seahawks.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Out.
Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson being chased out left. He'll run it, and he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now Wilson on first down. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Flushed out right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat him.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones gets it off to Freeman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my
on the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run. Devontae Freeman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
38-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Carson. It's a gain
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
48-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down.
Seattle.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Where's 52? Well, 52's the mic. I hope you got your left because I'm about to take you.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Carson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
No, check that. We don't like 52 right here. Drop D.
Throwing again here. Wilson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Down, Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
55. Drop the screen.
To throw is Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This complete to Lockett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Seahawks 31, Giants 17.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Flush to his right.
Jones on the keeper.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones got an open man. It's Radley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
1st and 10.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Jones on 1st and 10. He completes it to Tate. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the gun, Jones. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Damian Ratley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And he's got it up and through. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And the Seahawks.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, CD, unfortunately some somber news across the league in Week 2 coming from New England Patriots running back James White because his parents were in a car crash and his father Tyrone, captain of the Miami-Dade Police Department, passed away in that accident, and his mother Lisa also sustained critical injuries. So it was obviously a tough one. James White did not play in the game on Sunday, but we did see the outpouring of support from around the National Football League and how this really is one big family.
Yeah, he was really embraced, as you mentioned, by the National Football League. We saw social posts from plenty of players around the league, including Tom Brady, former teammate of his with the New England Patriots. We saw an outpouring in terms of, other guys around the league. J.J. Watt, who played with him in college at Wisconsin. And not only that, how about his own teammates? Devin McCourty scored a touchdown against Seattle and ran up and told the camera, "Hey, 2-8, we're thinking about you. We love you." And the rest of the guys chimed in from there. And the Patriots organization offered to fly him home on the private jet. He stayed with his team, stayed in their embrace, and now he has to go and face the difficult task of saying goodbye to his dad and tending to his mom. But he's got plenty of support from around the league, from the Patriots, and, of course, his own family.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Seahawks.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
Giants 24.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On 1st down, Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down by Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
Well,
line.
remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Makes the score Seahawks 41, Giants 27.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson, forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? But also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Single.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off around the 27, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At the 12-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Draw play. This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
44, Giants 27.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Third quarter from MedLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Dion Lewis.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Seahawks.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Lorenzo Carter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball. And right now, I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Giants 27.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Freeman again. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, it's Freeman. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike's by 4.
Throwing again. Jones sets up the screen to Lewis. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Damian.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are juking.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Russell Wilson.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jones.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. He's going to fire deep for Ratley.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. They'll try and run it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
They go play action now. Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. O'Shane Zimenez. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Wilson. Out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell, his 2nd sack of the night. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
And he's going to go down again. Lorenzo Carter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
27.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 34.
He's back to throw here to start the drive.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coverage defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 15. Short throw to Disley. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, Wilson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They run again with Carson, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
53, Giants 35.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. He's got Lewis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And it's a 2nd down.
second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reach. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Gano for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, Wilson going to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So we've seen this before. He's made 6 already, and now he'll try to become just one of a handful of men to make 7 in a game. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will get the lead up to 14.
56, Giants 42.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Check. Watch 54. Stay with your man.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, rolling to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll run it. Breaks a tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From MedLife Stadium, good night, everybody.